Welcome everyone to the Two Guys in a Cooler channel. My name is Eric and today we're going to be making 3 different kinds of bacon using a kit we got from the sausage maker. We're going to be making brown sugar bacon, maple bacon, and honey bacon. And the cool thing about this kit is that it takes all the guesswork out of making bacon for you. The cure's already mixed up, the seasonings are well incorporated, the instructions are super easy to follow whether you're making a brined pork belly or a rub-cured pork belly, and then all you have to do is weigh your pork belly and then add the appropriate amount of cure to your belly. It can't get easier than that. I can't wait to get started. I've trimmed up 3 pork bellies. Each one of them is going to have a different flavor, and at the end of this video we're going to cook it up and taste it. The instructions suggest that we remove the skin from the underside of the belly, and that's what I've done, and I went ahead and pre-weighed these to save a little bit of time. So with each one of them having different weights, the amount of cure mix that we're going to add to each one of them is going to be slightly different. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to go ahead and measure out the cure, and with the honey I'm going to put some honey in there with it, and with the maple syrup flavor we're going to put some maple syrup right in there with it. To apply the cure, I'm going to massage half of it on the front of the belly, the other half on the back, add a little bit of liquid, and then just really get it in there good. When I'm completely finished, I'm going to put this in a freezer saver bag, and I'm going to make sure that I don't leave anything behind. I'm going to put all that cure in there, and then we're going to go ahead and go through the other 2 the exact same way, just a little faster. All 3 of the pork bellies have been dry rubbed with the cure, and I went ahead and vacuum sealed them. You could put these in a Ziploc bag and it'd be just fine. Just try to make sure you get as much air out of it as possible. And now that we have all 3 completely finished, we're going to pop them in the fridge. And now we wait. These pork bellies are going to cure for 4 days in the fridge. Now if you have a thicker pork belly, you may want to let it go 5 days, but every day I'm going to flip those bags over to ensure that they cure evenly. After these bellies have finished curing, which in my case was about 4 days, I'm going to go ahead and take them out and rinse them off. Now you'll notice that the color is going to be a lot more vibrant and the texture is going to be a lot more firm. And so that's one of the indicators that your meat is ready. So we're going to take that out of the bag, put it into a pan and rinse it under some cold water. And all we're doing is removing any of that excess cure from the outside of it. And once we're completely done rinsing this off, I'm going to want these to soak for about 12 hours. This is completely optional, but you will notice that it's going to draw a lot of that excess salt out of your belly, and it's going to make for a more pleasant bacon eating experience. Make sure that the water that they're soaking in is cold. Ice cold is better. After 12 hours, take them out of that water and go ahead and set them on some drying racks. Don't be tempted to smoke your bacon just yet because we're almost there. We're going to go ahead and pat our bacon dry with a paper towel. You want to just make sure you get both sides and then put it in the refrigerator uncovered. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating what they call a pellicle. And a pellicle is going to be a bit of a tacky surface on your bacon, on your meat, that's going to allow the smoke to adhere to it better. And trust when I tell you, it makes all the difference. It's now the next day. The pellicle is formed beautifully. We're going to put a little maple syrup on that maple syrup bacon. That honey bacon is going to get a little bit of that honey. And then we're going to put a little bit of a brown sugar rub on the brown sugar bacon before we smoke it. And this is where you have a lot of different options. When you smoke your pork belly, just make sure you start relatively low and then gradually increase the temperature. You can par cook your bacon to where you have good smoke penetration, but your bacon is still raw, or you can choose to cook it till the internal temperature is about 153 and well smoked. In this case, I used a little bit of applewood and a little bit of pecan, and I chose to cook my bacon until the internal temp was 153, and because I did it low and slow, I didn't render out any of the fat. So let's get this bacon sliced up so you can see what it looks like. We're going to go ahead and cook some up, and I'll come back right to you with what they taste like. All right, now it's time to try the bacon. The maple bacon was crispier than the other two with nice, soft maple flavor. It wasn't overwhelming. The honey bacon was a little bit sweeter, and notice here, a little softer given the same cook time and temperature. And then finally, the brown sugar bacon had these really nice undertones of molasses. It seemed like the smoke flavor was actually coming out more in the brown sugar bacon. And now that I've had a chance to try all three, very difficult decision, but I think the brown sugar bacon was probably my favorite. If you give this kit a try, be sure to let me know which is your favorite in the comment section below. There you have it. That's how you make bacon using the bacon bundle kit from the sausage maker. If you got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm going to put a link in the description box so you could go check it out. If you're new here, consider subscribing, clicking that notification bell, tossing me a thumbs up, and don't forget to share. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.